Hi there, I'm Amanda Castor with Material Girl Quilts. Today I'm going to show you how to make this jelly roll postage stamp quilt. Now this sweet quilt is simple patchwork and it goes together really easily. And one of the best things about this is that all you need to make this, for the quilt top anyway, is 2 jelly rolls. And so for this one I chose, I pulled these from my stash. I had both of these jelly rolls for a number of years sitting back on my shelf. And I chose one that has all low volume background fabrics and then one with multiple colors of the whole rainbow solid fabrics, and it makes such a cute and cheery quilt. Now, as a reminder, if you are a member of Material Girl Society, you'll have access to download a PDF pattern for this quilt, as well as every quilt that's released each month. If you aren't a member, please head to my website, materialgirlquilts.com, and click on membership in the top menu bar to learn more. So let's get started. Okay, so the first thing you're going to do is select all 40 of your strips from each set, and you're going to pair them together. So you'll have a low volume and a solid strip. Pair them and sew them together into one long strip set. And then we're going to cut those into 2.5 inch by 4.5 inch segments. So you will start by trimming off the selvage. And this little ruler here actually is 2.5 inches by 6.5 inches, so it's just perfect for cutting 2.5 inch wide segments. And I line up the line on the ruler here with this seam line. But there are a ton of different rulers you could use to cut these into 2.5 inch segments. You can use a stripology ruler, just whichever ruler works best for you, but this one's quick and easy. And so that's what I'm using here. Now, you're gonna cut this into, each of my strip sets I was able to cut 17 2.5 inch by 4.5 inch segments. So I know that each manufacturer is different for jelly rolls or 2.5 inch strips and the width of their fabric, but you should be able to get at least 16, but hopefully 17 2.5 inch segments out of your strip sets. Now, once you have all of your strip sets subcut into 2.5 inch by 4.5 inch segments, we're going to create some blocks. So here is one of my finished blocks, and it measures 12.5 inches once it's pieced. And to create each of these blocks, you're going to need to select 18 different pieced segments. So you just mix and match to make it scrappy, all of your prints and solids, so that you can have as many within one block as possible. Now, once you select 18 different paired sets, you're going to lay them out as shown, and you'll piece them into rows. And the rows will alternate directions. So in other words, this top row has the low volume fabric starting on the left side, and the second row has the solid fabric starting on the left. So you're going to piece these into rows, so you'll have 3 per row, and then piece the rows together to complete the block. Now here are all of our pieced rows, And you'll press these again towards the solid fabric, so away from the low volumes. And then you will sew them all together. And here is a shot of that finished block again. And as you can see on the back side of this block, in between the rows, I pressed the seams open just to help it lay flat. But since we pressed towards the solid fabrics on all of these, you can see that our seams are nesting nicely and we have nice perfect points in our block. Now you're going to create a total of 36 blocks. You'll lay them out in 6 rows of 6 blocks each, and your finished quilt will measure 72 inches square. Now another tip for this, if you would like to use these as a leader ender project, so and if you're not sure what those are, I have another tutorial that kind of explains what leaders and enders are. But after you cut up all of your strip sets into the 2.5 inch by 4.5 inch segments, you can then just set these to the side and use them as leaders and enders and sew them into three sets per row, and then mix up all of your fabrics. And then once you have all of those rows together, or at least get a bunch of them sewn up, then you can start making blocks, as you have time. Or you can just make this quilt all at once like I did. Again, as you can see, this is not a difficult quilt to make, and using the 2 jelly rolls makes a great cohesive scrappy look. Now, if you don't like a 72 inch square quilt like I made mine, you could make 35 blocks instead of 36 and lay them out as 5 blocks per row for 7 rows, and that would equal a quilt that measures 60 inches by 84 inches. I think this pattern will look great with any fabrics. You could use, instead of low volume backgrounds, you could use a solid color and your favorite collection for a jelly roll, whatever you choose, but I think it would really look great with anything. If you decide to make this quilt, I'd love to see it. Please tag me on social media. I hope you enjoyed this video, and if you did, please make sure you click the like button and subscribe so that you don't miss any tutorials going forward. Thanks so much for watching, and see you next time.